Hey y'all, this is Christy with Teadoddles. It's time for the Advent Calendar Day 3. Let's see if I can. 3. 3. So we've been working on this junk journal thing, which of course, like I said before, this is kind of a project that you can work on throughout the whole month, which is why I put it first. You can add little bits as we go along. So today, what did we get? Today's little clue says glue and decorate. So, of course, we got some glue. This is one of my, I'll talk about the glue now. And then we got this little, it's not much of a decoration right now, but there's more. If you notice what day 4's clue is. But this one is, it's called a trading card. And some people like to decorate them and trade them kind of like baseball cards or something, but it's like art, little mini works of art. But I put this in here for, you can do a lot of different things with this. You can use it as a template to cut more shapes like this out with other paper. I believe that first set had some other paper with it. I really should have took pictures. But you can also use it as a tag. If you wanted to do that, you can punch a hole in it and use it, like you could punch a hole in it and make it like another little flap or something in your journal. Of course, we've got the glue, which is meant to help glue other bits and bobs in here. This is Elmer's Craft Bond glue, which is a repositional bond, but it gives a more permanent bond than a regular glue stick, and it's also acid free, which is good for pictures. It's photo safe and non-toxic. This is one of my favorite glues to use when scrapbooking. They also have the roller tape, if you can find it anywhere anymore, which is good, but this glue is just a great glue for scrapbooking. It holds and it until it dries, you can move it around, but it will be more of a permanent bond than your basic craft glue, your basic glue stick that you usually get. So this should last you for a good little bit. So then I also put a tea in this pack. I've placed some teas in different places, and hopefully I remember where I put them at. I think this is the tea that I gave y'all with this one. This is a wild sweet orange Tazo. This was also in last month's November's club. But I'm going to make this, and I'll drink it when I talk to y'all for the rest of my Vlogmas video. So I thought this is going to be really good. Juicy herbal infusion of orange peel, lemongrass, citrus herbs, and licorice root. So, yeah, I'll be fixing that before I come back for the Vlogmas portion. So, what am I going to do with my little flap? I kind of want to put it on this front page, okay? So this is what I'm going to say. If you want to use it as a template to trace things, but you still kind of want to do this, you can use your little clothespins to kind of hold it up here at the top. This is what I'm going to do in case I want to trace it later on and make more shapes like that. I'm going to kind of stick it up like that, okay? I'm not actually going to use my glue today, but you certainly can. Something else fun to do with this is you could fold it in half and just glue it down the center and leave it up like that. That would be kind of cool. I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. I'm going to take my little marker and just add a little silver border around this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of giving it a little bling, if this really has any bling left. Y'all let me know how these markers do. I've never used them before. So, I got a feeling that their shimmer is not going to last very long from what I'm seeing, which is highly disappointing to me. Maybe y'all got a better one. I wonder if the gold ones do a little better too. That's what I'm wondering. Because it looks shiny when I first put it out. Anywho. So I put a little shimmer around the edges so to give it some contrast. And I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna write on this with my pen, okay? I'm gonna call this Maker. I'm just gonna put a Maker tag on it. I'm just kind of making my own little text style going on here. Maker, because we are in the Maker Advent calendar, right? And I'm going to put, the reason I did it that way is I'm going to put 2020 down here. I know 2020 has been a stinky year for most of us. But let's see if we can make something pretty here at the end. And remind us of any positives that we've had. Okay? It may be hard, but if I can find them, y'all can find them too. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go in here with this little marker and just kind of do that. Do that right there. Just kind of do that. Do that. Yeah. Maybe I might add some little dots. Just for like snowflakes or something. Or just dots because I like dots. So, there's my little thing that I'm going to put on the front of here. And I'm only doing that because, like I said, I may want to use this tag to trace it. I have more of them, but I know y'all only have one. Where did my... Uh-oh, there they are. And they flew away. They flew away. I'll put this up here. And these little things tend to get twisted sometimes, but usually you can pop them right back in place because they're so tiny. And I got such fat fingers to just twist them around. So, look at there. I like that. Yeah, I'm going to put something else here. I want some color in here. So, I'm going to wait. I know we got some color coming. So, that's what I'm going to do with mine. Just like that. Okay? And you can do it however you would like. Whatever you would like to do for yours. Tomorrow will be the last day for this project that I'll do it. But I may bring it out over the month and show you if I add something to it. Because, like I said, this is meant to add to over the whole month. You may find little things throughout your openings that you can use in here. So, yay. Here we go. All right. So, I will let y'all go and meet back up with you with my cup of tea. And we'll see how my day went. Okay? Hey, y'all. Time for Vlogmas Day 3. Well, I've already seen the Maker calendar, Advent calendar before this. So, how are y'all doing today? Today was not a fun day for me. I'm just going to say that. But, is this ironic? I'm drinking out of my Hit Me With Your Best pot. And I'm drinking tea out of it. I didn't even think about that when I picked that up. I was like, oh, well, you know. But this is the tea that came in the Maker Advent calendar today. I'm pretty sure this is the one that was in today's thing. But it's a sweet... Wild Sweet Orange from Tazo. It smells really nice. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to give me a little sip. It's pretty hot still, so... Ooh, that is tangy. It's good though. Tangy. It's a tangy tea. Tangy. But I put a little bit of honey in it. And quite frankly, I might put something a little bit stronger in it in a little bit. Anyway. I am glad to see Thursday, as I don't have to drive to the tech school tomorrow, which means I only have 4 more days to do that before the break. That's next week. I do have a high school class tomorrow afternoon because they need to be there since they've missed so much time to do other things. Yeah. Did I work on anything last night? I didn't crochet last night. Why didn't I crochet? Because I was gonna crochet. What was I doing? Do y'all know what I was doing? I feel like I was doing something else, but I can't remember what I was doing. Well, it took a while to get this stuff uploaded. Hopefully it'll go up earlier today. That one yesterday was longer, so it took a little longer. Tomorrow's will be on time because I could do it earlier. Well, no, that's not true because I have to go to afternoon class still. It'll be alright, right? It's good. Still a little hot though. Don't want to burn my tongue. That's never fun, right? You burn your tongue. It lasts for too long and then it's gone and you don't realize it's gone. Isn't that weird? So yesterday, I've got to pack up some orders for the shop, which I probably won't do till in the morning, honestly, because I'm just too tired. Oh, I have just been so tired all week long. Just tired. Slept better last night. I usually fell asleep on the couch with the dog for a little while, and then I went to bed. She did not wake me up. So I don't know if that's any better or what. I really don't. It's not as, it was still cold. It was frosty outside. It was such a pretty sunrise this morning too. I started to stop on the side of the road to take a picture because it was like a field. It was all frosty, and then there was the sunrise. It was so pretty, but I just didn't want to. I just wanted to keep driving in my warm car, honestly. So, I'm trying to remember what the heck I did yesterday evening because I know I did something. I think I had something I know I mopped the floor. That's exciting, ain't it? Got really done. Well, I had to clean up in here because I had a big old mess going on up in here. It's still a big old mess. Oh, someone said something about freezing my pie, like making little slices and freezing it. It's almost gone anyway. But, you know, if I know the pie's in there, I'm going to eat it. It don't matter if it's in the freezer or not. May as well get it over with. Then there will be no more pie. I only do that once a year anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't like make pies and eat them. You know what I mean? Like all the time. I don't do that, so I feel like I'm alright. I started to stop by Zaxby's to get me a salad for the supper tonight, but I decided I didn't want to. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow since I have class tomorrow. I'm going to cook a hamburger and some tater tots. Tater tots in the oven. Should have put them in before coming here. That's what I should do. And that's what we'll have. And I will eat the hamburger on the tater tots in lieu of a bun. And sometimes I make little bun pizzas. Have you ever done that? Like, that's what my hamburger buns get used for more than for hamburgers. I did that one time when I didn't have much in the fridge and I was just trying to get something real quick for lunch. I took like a hamburger bun and I get that Sir Kensington ketchup, which is good because it's more like closer to tomato paste than like sugary ketchup. I just like it better. And I put that on the bun and I slapped on a piece of pepper jack cheese and I put some turkey pepperoni on top. Put it in the microwave for just to melt the cheese. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Y'all should try it out. But I buy those Dave's Killer Bread buns. Usually I buy the wheat ones, but my dad picked them up for me last time. And they're the white done right. Like, it's still got whole grains in it, but it's closer to, I guess, white bread consistency. I don't like white bread that much, do y'all? It sticks to the roof of my mouth, and I don't like that. Why am I talking about bread? I'm just trying to find stuff to talk about, y'all, because there's nothing interesting. Well, interesting things happened today, but nothing I'm going to talk about on camera. But let's see. I did get an order in from Twill Tape. Y'all want to see that? It's Twill Tape. I order all my drawstrings and stuff from twilltape.com because they are based out of Marietta, Georgia, which is pretty interesting and cool. But that's where I like to get my twill tape. I needed some slimmer. I'm liking this slimmer better for my mini makers. And I use something a little wider for my other maker drawstring bags. Because at the beginning of all this chaos, they had to shut down for a while, so I couldn't get the size I normally got, and I wound up getting this at some point, and I was like, hey, I like this better in the mini maker bag. So now I get this for the mini maker bag, and I use the other one for just the bigger bags. And I needed some more my labels. I make them out of rug binding. It's a twill tape too, but it's just stiffer. Like if you do latch hook rugs or any kind of rug weaving, you fold that under and you bind it with this kind of stuff. They have it in all kinds of colors. So normally I use more like a natural, or I had like a, what's that color? I don't know what color it was, but I decided to try these. I got 2 different colors this time because I thought, well, maybe I'll like this darker one for something and this lighter one. It depends on how the stamp looks on it, honestly, but they'll get used. This was called Vanilla Latte. Isn't it weird how naming something Vanilla Latte makes it a more appealing color than if you just say, it's a kind of dark beige. I'm trying to remember what this color was. I don't know if it's going to be on here. Oh, this one is too brown to be gray, too gray to be brown. That's the name of it. How funny is it? I think I bought that just because of the name, but I just picked some slightly different colors for my labels for my stamps. And I did get a big box from Amazon today, but all that has in it is poly bags, tissue, D-rings, and tea, and little sticky labels. Yeah, because they had some Black Friday deals on poly bags and stuff, so I went ahead and grabbed some. So hey, that's pretty good. I need some more anyway. Why not get a deal on them? It's a good idea, right? Alright, I did get one more thing that's more exciting in the mail today. Got my Southern Skeins Not Sock Club. I don't know what month this is for. I think this is my November one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is my November one. And this colorway is going to be called Autumn, and it's 80% superwash merino and 15% baby alpaca and 5% tweed. Oh, I love tweed. Oh, I love tweed. Who doesn't love tweed? What is... Oh, I was confused because the white of this box looked like something had popped up on my phone, but it ain't. And this is... I think this is a bigger weight. I don't know. But... God, it's so pretty. Oh. Yeah, this is definitely like... Yeah, this is November. This is definitely like a... worsted weight. Words will be nice, Christy. Words will be nice. Look at the Tweety flags. Oh my gosh. I feel like I might have to make something out of this like immediately this evening. We'll see. I just want to play with this yarn like now. I can make like a cowl or a hat or something. It's so pretty. I love it. I love Tweety yarn, y'all. Sucker for the Tweety flex. The Tweety flex. I don't know what it is. I just love them. Anyway, we got this cute little burlap drawstring bag. I'm sure there's other people that showed this probably, maybe. I don't know. Oh, we got some eucalyptus wash. Little sample. Oh, it's a pumpkin pie stitch marker. Oh yeah, that's what I didn't have. Is some pumpkin pie. I do like pumpkin pie too. Pumpkin pie stitch marker and some. Oh, it's decaf, but it's pumpkin spice. Now I made up. Sometimes I do a cold tea, and I'll mix a bunch of different tea bags, and I make what I call a tea starter. Big dog is playing with that toy in the hallway. That's what I keep hearing. She never plays with toys. This is weird. So, anyway, what I do is I have a little tea kettle, and I put it in a pot, and then I boil the tea, the water, not the tea. I put it over the tea, and then I have a mason jar, and I put some sugar in the bottom, and I stir it up a little, let it cool, keep it in the fridge, and it's like a tea starter, right? What is that? Weird noises. It's like a tea starter, so then I can pour a little bit in a glass and add some water, depending on how sweet I want my tea that day. So, yeah, I did one. All that to say, I did one with like fall flavored teas that I had. I mixed them together. It was good. It was really good. It's gone already. Don't drink it all. But anyway, so that was my fun yarn I got. I really want to wind this up and make something. So maybe y'all see that. We'll see. I need to finish those dishcloths before I start something else. I haven't finished anything in a long time. So, I think that's all I got today, y'all. I really ain't got nothing else interesting. Maybe tomorrow will be more interesting because I'll be in here doing stuff and I can record little bits as I do it before I go to my afternoon class. Yeah. Maybe a bit more exciting. Alright, y'all. Remember to have a life lived creatively. Wait a minute. I feel like there was something else in the comments I wanted to talk about. Oh, somebody said they didn't get a stitch marker with that first calendar day. So y'all let me know if you did get a stitch marker, because I can't remember if I put it on that first day. I may have put it somewhere else in the calendar. Okay? So I don't want anybody to be missing anything. So if people who are regularly watching, if nobody got a stitch marker, then I know I put it somewhere else. Okay? I should have took pictures. Because I just kind of added stuff. I had the stuff I knew I was going to do to make, but then I was adding the little extras, and I didn't. Anyway, y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.